Action. Should we do a couple of takes?
I definitely think I'm on the backside of my career. I mean, just in terms of my age and motivation to be out there and stuff like that. And I feel comfortable with what I've done and accomplished. Could I have done more? Probably. Could I have done less? Sure. You know, like, I'm happy with what I've done, and I think I've done everything I've wanted to. For me, I never set out with an expectation of I wanted to achieve X, Y, and Z. I just kind of have always just taken things as they come and tried to do my best all the time. And the last couple of years have been difficult, just in terms of injury and getting older, but I still feel like I have more left in me.
When I started to have issues with my back and I started to really not ride very well, and I was really having a hard time dealing with it because it had just started to take such a huge foundation piece out of my life, that it became something great to look into what the team is and remind myself that we had built this team together, and here I was losing my ability to ride the way I wanted to ride, and I hated myself for it. So to be more involved with the team again became a real outlet in helping the riders and mentoring the young guys, and trying to take someone like Steven who is really coming into his own as a rider. You know, he's learning all of these things so quickly and so fast, and that just makes me feel even better about the future of the team. And I'm not leaving bike racing, turning my back and walking away. It's just I'm continuing along a path that I started on a long time ago, and it feels good to be a part of it and help it succeed if I can.
My career has been, so far, brief and rapid. I kind of came into the cycling scene, or the racing scene, the cross scene, later than a lot of people. You know, I didn't start until I was 25 or 24 racing, almost 29 now, and I think it's a pretty staggering speed to go from, you know, my first UCI race to, you know, being one of the best in the country and 15th in the world right now. Like, I think it blows my mind to think about it. Like, every day I think about kind of how fast I've gotten here.
Yeah, for me, when I was 14, probably 15 years old in Washington, when I first started racing, we used to do these events, and they were kind of old school mountain bike races, one big giant loop, and you know, it's Washington, it rains a lot, and it'd be super muddy, and it would take 3 hours, and the bikes would break. It turned into like just a survival fest, is more than a race, you know. And for me, I think the first year of racing bikes, I have more memories of it being exceedingly difficult and challenging to finish the race than actual racing the race, you know. After you've won national championships, it sucks finishing second, you know. And I've finished second, I think, 7 times over the last 12 years or something like that. So it'd be annoying to finish second again, but it'd be better than finishing third.
I got into cycling really as like a young kid. It was just kind of something I could do, and growing up in a pretty rural area, it was a way of transportation. It just kind of became a part of my life, and then it was just like, okay, well, this is what we do. We find routes to places that we want to go, no matter how far it is. Going from like town to town to get to like skate parks or dirt jumps or wherever like we wanted to go with our BMX bikes. A lot of times we would want the adventure and like want to ride the like 5 hours to get there and kind of find all the places in between, and that piece has always been there. It's always been part of me to want to ride a bike and want to explore whatever area, whatever terrain I'm in on a bike. Ran across the country. My girlfriend at the time wanted to move from Pensacola. I had this friend that moved to Portland, kind of were talking about this trip, and then we were like, wait, why don't we just ride bikes there? Like, we don't have that much stuff, like, let's just do it. It was like, it totally reaffirmed my faith in humanity. You go from like, totally not trusting anyone at like the gas station parking lot in your car to following some stranger home who's offered you up a place to stay for the night. You have these experiences riding bikes where you would never get it, driving in a car. It's a totally amazing way to see the country or anywhere and see people. And I loved it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Yeah.
My dad was a crew coach. I was always around that intensity of crew, and I guess that's what I liked about cycling too, but also was the fact it was almost the opposite of crew. Is, you know, you get lost on your bike for hours and then you come home later, and it's almost like you're escaping school or whatever else is going on.
The first Cyclocross Nationals I raced at was in Rhode Island. I was 14 years old, and I remember then watching like the elite women category and thinking it was like they were all the coolest people in the world. And when you're young like that, it's motivating because it gives you something to like work towards a little bit. You know, like I want to be like that lady riding around the court, you know.
I think that I have another 10 years of doing this, and I don't think I'm as good as I'm gonna get on a bike. I mean, there's still a lot I don't quite understand. I'm learning every day.